Talk it.
We live. Hey y'all, thank y'all for popping in the club, Rich. So look, we doing something different this week. We trying to give y'all a little more content. We listen to the criticism, so we trying to give y'all some more things to talk about or whatever. But anyways, I'm your girl Ashley Janae, and my co-host that I usually take hostage every week, Mickey, is on the line. What's up, Mick dog?
I can't complain. What it do? What it do?
Nothing. I'm actually excited to, start getting some more content on board. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Well, by the time y'all catch this episode, it will be Friday. And if you guys head over to my page on Facebook and IG under the name Ashley Richmond, I will be showing you guys exclusive content from local events that we have during the weekend. So I'll be posting more information about that between tonight and tomorrow. But anyways, let's go ahead and get these hot topics started. Let's throw it up there, Mickey. What we talking about first tonight?
Well, we're gonna go with this one right here. Can you read that? Can you read that right there?
Yeah, I got my contacts in. So ex doctor. Oh, shout out to Baller Alert. Always got to cite our sources. Baller Alert. Shout out to them. Ex-doctor tries to have wife killed again after serving prison time for the first failed murder for hire plot. How in the entire hell did this person get out of jail the first time? That's my question. First question. Uh, Two, like, what does your wife have to do for you to, for one, want to kill them? Two, after you didn't kill them, you said, man, look, we gotta go back for a round two. First time around didn't work. We gotta try this again. Like, Mick, you ain't never been that mad. You want to do something to somebody like that, have you?
No, well, I mean, now hold up. He said he killed. Let me check.
He
He
tried
killed to
to kill.
kill his wife. What did she do to warrant that type of situation?
They ain't getting no details on what she did because of course, he ain't gonna say anything that makes any kind of sense regarding that. Like, what would he say to justify that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just thought that tickled me a little bit, even though that's horrible. Like, what would somebody want to kill somebody? And then when they don't do it the first time, they go back for a round two. That's a lot. I would have got divorced instead of doing all that. That's kind of a little bit cheaper and less time consuming because I mean he was in prison for quite some time before he got out. Anyways, I just thought that was so hilarious. It wasn't quite hilarious, but
Yeah, that's terrible. That's what I'm saying. But it's a doctor though.
trust me, I've worked with doctors for the last at least decade of my life, and doctors are pretty crazy. So,
Mm.
but let's head up to our next topic, Mick dog.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get you over here to it.
Get it, get it, get it.
Let me get you over here to it. Let me get to it. Let me find it. Let me find the next story. Oh my goodness, not this one. Not this one. I guess you can spend a little time on this one right here. Let me
What
break
is
this
it?
up. Bam.
Okay, so I took my time doing a piece of research for this one. So prosecutors are requesting that Tory Lanez be sentenced to 13 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. So okay, a recap on this. During the trial, they gave him anywhere from 3 to 20 max time
Mm.
in prison. And that means he would actually be deported back to Canada to serve his time. I didn't even know this
Mm.
guy was Canadian to begin with. But yeah, so before he gets sentenced, which they still have been going back and forth with a date. I know it's supposed to be within the next couple weeks, but they've been pushing it back because each side keeps bringing more things to the court, and so every time someone makes some kind of change like that, they always postpone sentencing. So I don't know when this child gonna be sentenced, but what you think, Nick? Because I know you
I,
don't.
I do, but then you hear like a different things about it, like Megan lied about. I mean, it was so many different scenarios, and he shot her, he didn't shoot her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. this Hollywood.
I feel like, and this is not me choosing anybody's side, I feel like either the case itself should have either got a mistrial or they should have thrown it out. Um, I feel like when it's a slippery slope like this, where so much stuff has been presented to the courts via Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
it was more public opinion being mixed in the pot versus actual facts. And so when it gets to the point that you got, jurors and they have so much access to social media, and on Megan's side, she's made the horrible decision of constantly, discussing it, doing interviews, sitting down with was it Oprah or Gail, whichever one it was, and discussing the situation. I feel like when you're dealing with an open case like that, you're supposed to be quiet. Him on his side of the fence, he's doing, a whole bunch of yapping, making songs about it, doing videos and stuff about it. So it's like the whole situation. It didn't like all the other people that was involved. They're throwing their input on what happened or what they're, what they think, all this kind of other stuff. It's gotten to the point where even if you had some kind of idea of what happened, social media gets into your head and you're like, well, dang, maybe it didn't happen this way. Well, dang, since such and such said that, maybe it happened that way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the jurors could easily get swayed, easily. So I don't think that was a fair situation for him because we are not, still to this day, are not 1,000% sure on the whole section of events from start to finish. We're not 1,000% sure. Still not. So how can you
Mm.
send someone to prison, jail, whatever, and you don't really know for a fact that they committed that crime? Now, that's
Mm.
just my opinion. I'll let you speak though.
She got a point with that.
These kids, see, look, that's why I be saying I be wanting to kick them out of here because all this noise in the background. Kids think they monkeys. But no, you get what I'm saying, Nick?
But my thing is, if she perjured herself, if they did catch her lying, locking that man up like that, it's cold blooded. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. If anything, everybody needs their ass locked up. You'd have lied in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? You said one thing and then even the Chelsea girl lied too. The best friend at the time, she lied. Um, really just a whole bunch of lies that's been involved in this whole case. So I mean, how can you for a fact say that this is what happened if nobody is willing to tell the complete truth? So I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, well, it's just bad.
It looks bad on everyone that's involved, honestly. Um, the good thing that came out of it for the time being is that Megan is taking a step back from the public and just, just chilling. I think that she was wilding for a while. I'm not saying that she's a bad person because I don't know her, but when somebody's just out there party drink, party drink, and that's a lot of what you see all the time. That kind of leaves a bad taste in people's mouths too, where it's just like, then something like that happens, and then you find out behind the scenes that they actually had some type of relationship that she got on. What was it, Oprah or Gail? I can't even remember. Must have been Gail. She lied about that situation, but that situation was actually true that she had a relationship with the guy, but he had a relationship with her homegirl too. So it's just like, yeah, the whole situation makes everybody look bad.
See, that's what I'm saying. But he going to jail. He losing his freedom over it.
Yeah,
So
I
that's what really kill it.
I think maybe some probation kind of could have, just hey, hey, this is your lesson right here. Next time, don't have a gun or whatever the case may be. But for him to get locked up for that long, that's a little bit much. Even
Yeah.
with years behind it, that's still much because they're saying, minimum of 3. That's still a lot of time. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, but that's you know what I'm saying. For something like that, that's still rough. That's all I was saying. Like I mean, that's the entertainment lifestyle. If you look at it, sex, drugs, and alcohol lead
I
to
don't
terrible
want to
things.
be a part of that. Never want to be a part of it. You know what? I've had my opportunities where I can be in certain places, and I've turned them down. And people think I'm crazy, but when you know what I know about certain stuff, it's just. I'll take my regular life any day of the week. I'm fine.
No, I understand it. I'm just saying, that's a rough one right there though. But to see, a young man gone,
Gone.
you know what
Cold.
I'm saying, his time, he's gonna be I mean, that's a lot of time, man. Shit. And he getting deported.
So that means you can't even come. And then when he decides, well, when they decide he can get out, because he's maybe 30, maybe a little bit less. So with that being said, it you might get out when you're 50 at the most. That's a long time.
Right. I
That's a
mean,
long time for you to be 30 and then you don't see the light of day until you're 50. That's a long time.
you saying right. I mean, even that's terrible for did he shoot her or didn't shoot her? Because I mean, they said he didn't. I mean, you got different people, but
They're talking about gun residue that was found on him. So he was definitely in some realm responsible.
right.
Yeah, so
Yeah, well, it's it
mm,
is what it is.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's go on to the next subject because I done
You,
got
you,
mad.
you ready? Okay, let me go. Let me cue this one up. Let me cue this one up.
Cue it up. Cue it up.
Bam.
Man, so look, I've been looking at so many people's pages. Well, let me read this first. Canadian wildfires negatively impacting air quality in several northeast cities like New York and Philly, DC. And guess what? It's done hit Michigan too. Because you know what's crazy? Did you get the little warning that they had about air quality? And that was last week.
Yeah, I shared it on my page today.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck is they talking? Like, I didn't understand what was going on until within the last 24 hours. Then they start discussing it. So the wildfires that's taking place in Cali are like swifting towards this direction. Well, not Cali, I mean Canada, because it's wildfires and stuff in California all the time. But in Canada, it's kind of swift in this direction. So I didn't know that it was that big of an impact. I guess I never did my research, but yeah, I've seen some pictures online where like some of the areas you can see the fog, the smoke is like a orangey. You know how it looked like when you near a fire,
Right.
the the orange effect behind it. It's crazy. Then they're saying like it. I was watching the Breakfast Club this morning. They was actually describing it's like a scale that they use to measure, I guess, the pollutants in the air, and they
Right.
said it's like almost to the point that it's a state of emergency, like you have to remain indoors. And I'm just like, how does that like you got to understand how far of a distance that has to come. Like especially in Michigan, they got to go past the Great Lakes, all that kind of stuff. Mackinac Island, like the UP period, they got to come all the way down here. That is a nice distance for
Where
all pollution to come. You know what I'm saying?
you got to think the wind. You got to think how it's getting there. Then, if they're having problems controlling it,
Mm-hmm. So
nice.
basically, you know, Charlemagne, even though he's so ignorant, he made a point. He was like, now we really know for a fact if we got in a beef with someone that they could send something over here in the form of some kind of pollutant and it will make its way to where it needs to go. I'm like, I never thought of it like that. Like, you know how they say they got atomic bombs and all that kind of stuff hidden in certain places?
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it just seems like it's more in Michigan. Do we need like anything? Flint? Because we in Genesee County. Do we need any more on top of the water? on top of, I mean, we got COVID, and then you got to understand with that smoke coming, you got to think about people who have lung problems, like asthmatics. You know what I'm saying? Anybody with any lung problems, so it'll be like,
What's crazy to me is that I haven't noticed anything. Like I've been looking back and forth outside for the last day or so, and I'm like, I must be the only person that's not really seeing what's going on. Cause have you noticed any kind of change in the air?
uh, you know what? I haven't really paid attention to it. I'm not gonna lie to you, so I don't want to get up here and be like, yeah.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's crazy. So I hope they get that together. They didn't say when it would start to clear up, but yeah, we're just waiting, 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 waiting. So
Yeah.
anyway, get to the next topic. What you was about to say, Mick?
Well, never mind. We just go to the next one. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
Oh,
on.
well,
You
what
shot
you
you
say?
shot through that one quick. You didn't say nothing about the people. We're gonna be back wearing masks again. Plus COVID is up. Back on the
Oh
ride. So
man.
on top
So
of that.
see, hold on, pause before you put the next thing up. Was watching. Oh my God, was it? Now we got a new strain that has impacted either it was China or Tokyo, somewhere in that region, and they're basically saying that it's rapidly making its course overseas. So we're just kind of waiting to see if it's going to step over here, but it spread just like how the original variant did. Look, I'm tired of COVID. I really am.
Well. Well, I'm just saying it's back on the rise, just letting the people know that's all.
No, back on the rise. I
So
what's
we'll be back
crazy?
mass plus with the wildfire, with the air quality, we'll be all back in our mass.
Can we get back in the house and get that little extra month again?
And I ain't doing that.
All right, man. When I tell you, I thought I was Frank Lucas for the I was around here. I'm buying furniture, had me some TVs on deck. I was like going in the store. Let me get that over there. Let me get that too. Oh man, that was good times, man. Good times. Yeah, they said they're not going back that direction. I don't even think we can afford that at this point in time. So let's
Right.
go up to our next topic.
Got you. Bam.
Oh my god, this kind of ticked me off. Speaking of freaking China and stuff, the Little Mermaid tanks in both China and South Korea amid racist backlash. What the heck? So you mean to tell me? See, I must be out the loop because I didn't know that they was that racist in China and stuff like that. Because it's a lot of us that's over there, and for what I've been told, I thought we got a lot of love over there. So for these folks to be tripping about the dang Little Mermaid and shoot half of them, they don't even like white people like that. So how you gonna get mad? So if it was a white person, you still wouldn't like the movie? Like that's confusing to me.
Well,
Because like I said, they don't like white people over there. They don't. So the original Little Mermaid, I guess she was Caucasian. I guess that's what she was. So I mean, what's the big deal? Like, what is the big deal? You know what else throws me for a loop too?
talk to
So,
me.
I took my kids. Speaking of Disney and stuff, took my kids to go see Disney on Ice. So in the process, they do like remakes of popular movies. So they did like Frozen and what's that other movie that all them kids like? Is it Enchanter or something like that? Something, whatever the movie is. Um, basically, hey, basically
That
they.
let you that let you know the grind we on to get them the news. That's all. That don't mean that. That let you know the
Man, I'm
grind we
trying not
on.
to yell. I'm trying to pay attention. Anyways, so for the most part, watch Disney on Ice, and at the end, they decide to bring all the characters out. So the section I'm sitting in is predominantly black. So all of the people collectively in the section were thinking the same thing and said the same thing, and they was like, "Where's Princess Tiana?" That was the only character that was missing out. Tiana, and I forgot what the prince name was from Princess and the Frog. You ever seen that movie?
Nope.
Probably
You
no.
know what? I probably haven't paid.
It's the only black princess that Disney has. So, anyways, like I said, everybody collectively is like, "Dang, where's Princess Tiana or whatever?" I have noticed that Disney, I don't know if it's on purpose or whatever the case may be, but Princess Tiana does not show up in a lot of things that goes on when it comes to Disney. Like, if you go to the store and buy, like, okay, you buy a coffee cup or something that
For a
got the
second,
Disney
she'll
princess
be back
on.
in.
You talking to me? Big dog.
You went out for a second, but we back. I told him we paused for the cause.
Oh, I'm back in?
Then you back in. You was out for a second.
Okay, my fault. I
But
was saying,
this the question I got for you.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
what I got for you. Hold on. I'm putting it back on the screen. It says the Little Mermaid tanks in both China and South Korea aim at a racist backlash reaction. That's the question I want to ask. It called flack. It called flack over in China and Korea, right? So it's a problem basically because it's a black playing the mermaid. I guess I won't be going over to China or in Korea then.
You know what? I always wanted to go to Tokyo because I like the culture, but I'll pass. I don't even want to be bothered. Like I'm straight. I've been overseas before. It's lovely and stuff, but I'd rather not.
I mean, I would love to see they take on it though. Why was it? What was the? I mean, is
It's
China them
blatant.
racist like that? Is Korea they racist toward blacks like that? You know.
Obviously, it's a blatant situation. Obviously. Because I mean, what is the other reason that it could possibly be that they tanked? Because all the other Disney movies, when they're overseas, they do either equally as good or they do way better over there. So it's like they never have like a Disney movie that tanks over there. So you're basically just saying, hey, we don't like who you cast, whatever, whatever. But she made a lot of money over here. So you know what? I'm not tripping about it. But like I was saying before I went out, the lack of showing the black Disney princesses, like Princess Tiana. You can go to the store right now and try to find Disney items that have the princesses on it. They will not half the time put Princess Tiana on
Right.
a majority of the stuff. So like a T-shirt, coffee mug, whatever it is, she's not on there. So my thing of it is, how you gonna put all the Disney princesses on there, but just magically forget her? It's only four of them, 4 or 5. Like, come on now. We really live in such a different time that you would think that certain stuff shouldn't even matter anymore. But for some odd reason, you still have the ignorant folks that want to keep so much ignorance going, and it's like, what's the point? You're not proving anything. Like, black people are not going to just evaporate tomorrow afternoon. We're going to be here to stay. So you might as well embrace us. And from the previews that I've seen of the movie looks adorable, and she did a good job. So, shouts out to her, shoot, because The Rock gave her a shout out, stating, she's really took all the criticism and all that stuff with grace. Because I know that it has to be hard for her to take on an assignment like this and
Right.
really, try to tune out the negativity. Because I know it's a lot. People are so ignorant. So, ouch. But what's the next topic?
That was all that you gave me.
That was it.
That was it. I thought you was gonna come with like about 30 of them.
Now you know what? I was gonna give people a little shot because we're gonna start coming through the week now. Oh, shout out to my people at TGIF on Fox Soul. Funky Dineva, Al Reynolds, and Claudia Jordan, which I'm working so hard to get Claudia on one of these episodes, and I'm like this close. But I've been harassing the crap out of her manager. So hopefully we can get her on because I love me some Claudia Jordan. But shout out to them. They about to start 5 days a week. I don't know how they about to do it, but baby, they about to do it. So shouts out to them. Have you ever caught one of their episodes of their show?
I need to.
It's funny. It's hilarious. It's the same, dialogue, gossip, whatever's going on in the world at the moment. So I love watching them. So having them on for 5 days a week is gonna be lit. But I'm trying to think what else do I want to cover today, cause baby. Oh, like I said, we're gonna start covering events on Fridays. Try to cover events on Fridays. So, be on the lookout for that. I think I'm just gonna start doing them on my live and then having Mickey either tag in it or having him actually take the footage and run it on 810 after he does his little editing and stuff. He want to have his hands on stuff, so he might make a whole little film out of it and stuff. So
Hey, hold up, while you talking about that, before I forget, hold on.
what?
What's going on with that script writer? Have you heard anything? Have you put it out there?
Oh yeah, because we was talking on AD show last night. Shout out to AD. We are looking for someone to write a script for us. We want to start a movie, start production. I really want us to start production at the end of the year, but Mickey wants to start the beginning of the year. But it takes time to get things squared away, so have to be patient. But yeah, we're looking for a writer. Anybody that writes, please get with us. I'll pass your information along to Mickey, and we'll get that on the road. I think that'll be
No, we do. I'm looking at if we can get a script writer. We sit down. Maybe we can start because I'm saying we'd be kind of rushing and we got things we're trying to come up with to get where we're going. I don't want to overload us, but I feel like if we get a script writer,
mm,
we could get to working on that. Maybe start shooting around spring of 24
yeah,
because we'll be going into the weather warming up this Michigan.
yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
winter stuff kind of sucks.
Yeah, if we could start shooting like just say May around this time, next year around like the middle of May, end of May, you know what I'm saying? We can shoot. We get.
Remember, I was telling you I was kind of in touch with the producers that do the Dirty D.
Right.
I'm gonna have to. I'll get with the young lady. I ain't gonna say her info on here because I don't think she really wanted to be out like that. But I'm gonna get with her and see what's the channels to see what can be done about that. Because I mean, shoot, we might be able to take our whole situation on on Tubi, and that would be awesome. So
No, I mean, we do need to do that because I'm like, listen, I'm trying to do like, hey, how they did back in the day with the black independent movies. 'Cause I love how I see them guys down in Detroit, how they putting theirs out. I feel like we
hey
could
man,
build an industry here.
they getting to it. That's why I
Yeah.
said I was laughing yesterday with y'all when I was talking about being involved in some of those films, but I think that's really next for me. I feel like I'm going down my list of things that I like to do that I would like to do, and a lot of stuff is getting checked off faster than I planned, which is great. But I definitely see acting in my near future. I gotta lose a couple pounds and get my arms back where I had them because I had some muscle. Now they ain't nothing but flab. But
Because what I'm looking at is, you know what I'm saying. We do need to do that. I wouldn't mind doing one. Probably like I say, if we can have it shot have it done by at least July. Drop that Joker in the beginning of fall.
yeah, and it's possible too because I know when I got the message to come and be a double, I believe it was probably like an extra in February maybe, and they
Right.
came out with the stuff that they recorded. So it's only been a few months in between. So that's actually a very fast turnaround for a whole season, you know.
I mean, you get the right people. Like I say, we get the right script. If we get the right writer that could come down, help how to write the movie, and then we get the right producer. I mean, I know I'm gonna be one of them. Far as recording, like we get that, we should be able, like they said, it shouldn't take no probably at the most. I say at least 2 months to shoot it.
Yeah, with consistency. Just
Right.
knock everything out. Have a just have a whole schedule. Knock everything out. Really, recording something like that should only take really a few weeks if you go ahead. Hey, this is the set. This is what we're gonna do. Y'all have y'all butts here. Be on time. Do needs to be done. Try to do only a few takes if we can, and then keep it pushing.
Nah, I'm with that. Exactly, I'm with that. Cause that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like we can get that deal. Like I say, on top of the other things that we're doing, that'll be something dope. You know what I'm saying? Give us something to do. Drop
I'm
a movie for
I'm
the whole
excited.
squad. Drop a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm
called
excited.
team building.
I'm excited. And we're here for you every step of the way. I love that you got other ideas outside of just recording. You gotta get your hands in every bucket that you can. So
Now we do need to do that. I want to see if I want to see a movie independent game going down. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's people who did it before, so
yeah.
don't let me get it twisted. There's plenty of people.
Hey.
I don't want to say that. Hey, listen, this is how we working. We working. This what it is like to work. I don't want to say no names because I can't remember everybody. But I even like to be honest with you, and I don't want to forget somebody. As far as they did the movies around the town.
Oh yeah.
So so
You got the what is his name? King Mondo, whatever his name is. I remember him from years ago just starting to do independent movies. And there's quite a few people that have came around, but he's been doing that for a while now. I think his real name is Raphael, I believe. But
yeah,
yeah, doing it for a while.
for sure. Right. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I'm familiar with him too. Like I said, it's a lot. That's why I want to see it. Like I said, I want to throw my hat in there, hat in the game, and see how we could
Yeah,
do it.
why
You
not?
know, take a shot at it, see how it is. Because if it pop off, maybe some more we can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
Plus taking this.
I don't think these Detroit people knew that they was gonna pop off the way that they did. And it's kind of like they did. The first thing that really kind of caught everybody's eye was either Plug Love or what was the other one, Buffed Up. And I think that's
I did buffed
like
up, but I liked it. And both of them was nice though.
I did too. I did too. So I don't think that they knew that that was gonna catch on as good as it did. And you know what they did that was so dope about Buffed Up? They did a lot of internet personalities on it. Because I can't think
Mm,
of some of the people name, but you know them from online, them doing their Instagram videos and all that stuff. So they took advantage of that. And then for the most part, I mean, all these people just about was from Michigan anyway. So we got so much talent here.
right.
Tap in. So
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at it. Like we could probably put some down, show the talent from the people from Flint doing it. Just like everybody else, you gotta do it home first and then take it to the world. Um, rest of the country. That's all.
keep it out, keep it out. Well, look, my phone is about to kick the
Oh,
bucket. But thank
cool.
y'all for popping in. And we done did a whole half an hour. Mickey, I'm proud of us.
For sure. For sure.
So, anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.